Hello and welcome to another Python tutorial. My name's Tom with LearnPythonTutorial.com, and in today's tutorial we're going to slice and dice some tuples. If you have followed along in our previous tutorials where we sliced up some strings and also lists, you probably have this covered. If not, go ahead and follow along, but if you feel pretty confident in slicing up tuples, go ahead and move on to the next video. But this would be a great review for some of you that maybe struggle with it or don't completely understand slicing. So we're going to slice up some tuples. It's no different, like I said, than strings or lists, but you know, it's great to review or even cover everything. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's create a tuple. A is going to represent our tuple, and I'm going to do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I really don't want to jump into indexing, but if you're just jumping in here to learn how to slice up a tuple, you gotta remember everything in slicing or anytime working with a sequence data type like a tuple, we use index positions. So the reason why I went 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is indicating the actual index position. So 0, 1, 0 is 0, 1 is 1, 2 is 2, and so on. Alright, for the index position. So that's how we slice sequences. So let's go ahead and grab one object for now. So we'll do A. So what we're doing here is calling our tuple. When we call our tuple, we say, hey, we want the tuple. Then we put a square bracket. This indicates to Python is, hey, we want to slice. So I want to get the second object contained in our data type, the tuple data type up here. So I'm going to use 1. Alright, and then close out our square bracket and hit return. Python returns 1 to us. So what it did was it went to the tuple that's represented by A, went up here, and said, okay, you want the first index position. The first index position would be 0, 1, right here. Alright, and then it returns it to us. We can do that some more. We can do A, square bracket, 4, hit return, you get 4, A, square bracket, 2. Get 2. Alright, so that's slicing a single object from a tuple. Now we could also go backwards. Instead of going from left to right, we can go right to left, and we use a negative number like a 1. Negative 1 will return 5. Let's do another one. A negative 3 is going to return 3. Alright, so going backwards is a little different, because you don't start at 0 like you do from left to right. Left to right, you start at 0. From right to left, you start at 1. Negative 1, I should say. So we can slice back that way. Alright, so that's grabbing a single object, slicing a single object from a tuple. How about slicing numerous objects from a tuple? Well, we can do that using a colon. The same technique, though. A square bracket, square bracket, 1 colon 5, square bracket. Hit return. We get 1, 2, 3, and 4. So what happened there? Well, up here we start at 1, so it goes to the first index position, which is the second object in our tuple, and it goes 2, 3, 4, and stops at the fifth index position. Well, why doesn't it return the fifth index position? Well, it always goes up to an index position, but doesn't return that one. Alright, so it always stops 1 before it. Let's see here. Let's do a couple more. Let's do A square bracket for square bracket. Alright, so what happened here? Alright, so we're slicing multiple objects, but we're saying, hey, start at 4, but we're not giving you an ending point. So in this case, Python will slice the tuple from the fourth index position, which is here, and go all the way to the end of the tuple. So in this case, it ends at 5, so it returns 5 to us. So this is kind of like going A square bracket 4 colon 6 square. Hit that, and it returns us the 4 and 5. So we're actually going past the fifth index position and stopping out here somewhere in no man's land, saying, hey, return the whole thing to us. All right. We could also do A square bracket sorry, I had to pause the video. A square bracket, and then we don't give it starting index position. Then we give a colon, and then we just throw a number out there. I gotta be on it. Alright, hit return. We get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, or 3 and 4, and we're not getting 5 because we stopped at the 5th index position. But we didn't give a starting point. So in this case, Python will start slicing from the left side, from the beginning of the tuple to the ending stop point. Alright, so we know how to slice multiple objects at one time. But how about now we slice with a skip? So say we want to slice every other number. How would we do that? Well, we can do A, square bracket, colon, and then we're going to do another colon, and we're going to do 2, square bracket. So now on this one we're saying, hey, start at the beginning and stop at the end, and I want you to return every other number. Hit return. We hit start at 0, skip 1, return 2, skip 3, and return 4. And it also skips 5. So whatever number we give here is our skipping number. Alright, so let's try that again. Let's do A square bracket 0, colon 6, because we want to return the whole string. And we're going to skip by 3, square bracket, hit return. We get 0 and 3, because we're skipping 2 numbers. We're going from 0, 1, and 2 are skipped. Return 3, 5, 4, 5 are skipped. Alright, so that is slicing and dicing and skipping and whatever else we did today's tutorial in Python. If you have any questions, please leave a comment on YouTube or on our website at learnpythontutorial.com. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like the video. We'll see you in the next one.